Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Baltimore Ravens. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Bass. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to rush for some big yardage.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They go play action with Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The Ravens at 4-5, a game under 500. And they've lost 3 straight here. And it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
That 2nd down play card was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins.
And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground, because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense, because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
Now Griffin on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Kramer. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Play action. Now Griffin. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Griffin going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
This is fielded at the 27. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Ravens will take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 2nd and 10, Griffin. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter. But that time, they were up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Griffin. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Down the left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, it's still in the first half here. A long way to go.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
57 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
First carry now for Gus Edwards. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson.
That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
13.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Play action. Now Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Tucker's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On second down, it's Walker.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got him in, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Walker now at 1st and 10.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case. Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Penny up the middle, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Griffin. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play. But the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
66 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have regained the lead. Tucker with the extra point. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Griffin. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Walker. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Off the play fake. Here's Griffin. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for him.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Kyle Hamilton running up from his safety spot and earning the sack.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Now Griffin. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Kramer.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Another good throw there in what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think, he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I've got the answers to the test before the game even begins. But this guy's taking the test with every throw, with every game. And so far, he's passing with flying colors.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They go play action with Griffin. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year as they have taken the lead.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Seahawks 17, Ravens 13.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
Jackson now. And he coughed it up. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
To throw again is Jackson.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver.
And it's 2nd down. Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half. It's Griffin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Walker. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there's a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go play action. Griffin. This is the tight end fan. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Inside handoff, Penny. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first down, Griffin. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Griffin. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown, Seahawks. From 10 yards out.
And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And this is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Griffin. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Michael Pierce in all of his 330-pound glory gets the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
From the gun on 3rd down, Griffin. He's got his tight end fan, and they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Penny, a 1st down carry. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Play action. Now Griffin. This is caught. Touchdown. DK Metcalf, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Jackson going to find his running back here. It's Dobbins.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the first and goal.
They'll run here with Edwards. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. Now Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Play action. It's Griffin. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Griffin. Flushed out right, and he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This time Jackson will throw it. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Jackson to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down.
Throwing quickly for Mark Andrews.
But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
50 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you when you're taking charge?
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now they'll throw it with Griffin. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, 39 yards.
And the Seahawks are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Seahawks 38, Ravens 20.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
He finds his man, complete. That's Bass. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Again, Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews.
So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10.
Throwing is Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
They'll try and run some clock here with Penny.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down, but a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here. The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And this one will be down by a member of the kicking team at about the 40-yard line.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Seahawks, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll have another